What's up everybody? Welcome back for another video where, you guessed it, we're headed out to the chicken run. We need to get some work done, get it finished up. Hopefully this is the video where we finish it into a working, ready condition. So we'll get outside. I got 4 pieces of mesh for the sides to do, as well as mount and mesh the door. So those are the goals for today, and then I also need to wrap it in vapor barrier just to keep it dry and keep out all the harsh elements. And speaking of that, today is a wild day for weather. We've had snow flurries, wet snow, rain, fog, wind, calm, sun, you name it. We got all the seasons today. So we'll see what happens while we're outside. We might luck out and actually have some nice weather. And if so, you might get to hear me ramble a little bit while we're outside as well. But otherwise, this is mainly, back to crunch time again. I really hoped that last video we would have completed the run, but the crunch came down to it. I ran out of mesh, the power pack ran out of juice, and here we are now, another video deep into it, where we need to get this work done. So that's about it. I'm gonna, get all my supplies together. I got some more mesh now. And we may need to tweak the door a little bit just to see. Some of my measurements may have been a little bit on the long side, right? So I may have to shave off a bit of the door to get it to fit nicely. Tackle that when we come to it. But otherwise, let's get into it, see how this goes. Hopefully today will be the day we'll have a working chicken run ready for the winter. Let's get outside. All right, there you have it. The mesh is on. All that's left now is the door and some vapor barrier to get this thing fully enclosed and ready for the winter. So let's head on down to the garage now. I'll grab that door, and I'm also going to take my plane and probably a bit of sandpaper just in case I need it. And we'll come up here and see how it goes hanging this door and meshing it over, all that good stuff. Just see how it fits in general, get it hung, get the hardware on, and hopefully from there we will be all set to put on the vapor barrier and get this thing fully enclosed out of the elements for the winter. And get some bedding in there as well. But one thing at a time, let's go get the door. So here's the door that I made in a previous video. And you can go back and watch that if you like. But it's a very simple door, obviously. I'm not here bragging about this wonderful door that I made, right? This is basic as basic gets. But, you know, a few fancy joining methods. Anyways, what I got here, because mesh was actually quite a bit in short supply up at Home Depot especially. And I'm using 1/2 inch mesh by 36 inches wide and 5 foot lengths. Anyways, I needed 5 rolls, I got 2. So there were some 2 foot long lengths there, and this should work on the door just fine. But I did pick up, you probably just saw me use a big roll up at the Run. I managed to find that at Kent, or I don't know if that's equivalent to Lowe's down in the US. But anyways, I managed to find that 50 foot roll, and so that worked out well for doing 30 feet there, over 30 feet of mesh on the side of the Run. But this 2 foot roll, I should be good to do the door, and I've already kind of held it up against there, and I got a couple inches of, or at least 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches of overlap on either side, and it'll go the length of it just fine. So let's take all this up to the Run. We'll get this meshed over and start trial fitting it, getting it you know, straightened out to size. It shouldn't be very far off. You know, I'm talking 1/4 inch plus or minus here. Hopefully it's ready to go as is, but I'll bring out my plane and a bit of sandpaper just in case. And we should end up with a nice little door, and I'll bring up the door hardware and we'll do it outside, because getting that vitamin D from the little bit of sun that's out there today feels good. So get back outside. Alright, so took a little bit of sanding and planing, I should say, was the biggest part. But anyways, the door fits now. It's got a nice gap and reveal. So at this point I'm going to get some mesh on it and then we'll hang it, put on the hardware, and we're pretty much done as far as caging in the run. So I'm going to go ahead, get the mesh on there now, and we'll go from there. All right, great success here now so far. And the only thing missing now is some door hardware, just so it can't, you know, go swinging too far past here and damage the hinges or something. But basically I'm just going to put a latch here, probably a little tumbler, deadbolt type style lock, and a pull handle just to be able to control the door in the wind. And overall this will be done and ready for vapor barrier around the whole enclosure. So I'm going to go back again, get the hardware put on, and at that point in time, let's see how I'm doing on time, and we'll probably get into the vapor barrier. But we shall see. We got some wet snow coming down there now, and I don't want to break the camera because I can't afford to replace it. So either I might tuck you guys inside the run if need be, if it comes down heavy, or we'll just try to clue up. But for the most part, everything is just about done here now. Let's get some door hardware on. Alright folks, there you go. Chicken run is done. Alright, other than putting some bedding in there, making a little ramp for the chickens to get up to their door, it's done. It's functional, it's enclosed, door hardware's on, doors on. Alright, it's done. But now is the time to throw a little bit of vapor barrier on it, seal it in. You know, you could use tarps. I just don't like the blue color that the tarps cause, depending on the color of tarp you have, of course. I like the nice natural light that comes through vapor barrier. So I'm gonna go get some vapor barrier now, and we'll start attaching it and get this thing fully enclosed and ready for the winter. There we go, folks. Inside the chicken run, all enclosed, wind free. Yeah, it's looking good. There you have it. Like I say, I'm probably going to reinforce the plastic on the outside. I'll probably do a few strips of plywood and screw that on, just for when the wind is blowing so the staples don't tear out. But here you go. So what I'm going to do now, I got a couple of bales of hay, leftover hay from long ago. I'm going to bring those in and spread those out. And this will be done. Other than doing a little ladder right there for the chickens to come down. I can do that in the shed and bring it on up. But that's it. Chicken run complete and weathered in. So let's get that hay now and then we'll call it done. Alright folks, boys and girls, that is the chicken run complete. Alright, now as far as this season goes, like I said before, the chicken run is in its current state absolutely perfect. Alright, for my needs anyways, right? You know, leave your own judgments in your own pocket there, but you know, I got ventilation. I left the skirting of the plastic up a little ways, so I'm going to get some ventilation coming in from underneath the sides. It will let a little bit of moisture in, but an acceptable amount. Also down at the far end, underneath the coop, that's all meshed in. There's no plastic around that, so fresh air can come in from underneath there. And if I need to mesh that off at a later date, if the chickens are making it too messy underneath the coop there, and it's not able to break down properly, I'll mesh that over so they can't get underneath there. But as for now, I'll leave it open and they can use some of the rock that's there to keep in their craw for digestion. And you know, otherwise we got lots of hay. I spread it out as best I can, but the chickens are going to work on that. They are tireless workers. They will have that spread out nicely, and that'll form a nice organic base to all of this since it was so rocky underneath. And as that breaks down and decomposes, it'll leave some new organic matter there to begin a composting type process. And the chicken poop and feed and water, whatever else gets spilled or put in here, will continue that breakdown process, and hopefully we will enrich this soil into a compost overall and over time. So hopefully it all works out the plan. You know, this is good for the winter now. They'll be out of the elements. I will come back. I'm going to do it off camera. You guys have seen enough about the chicken run for now, but I will come back with some strips of plywood and put it along the joins, keep the plastic from blowing off. And as well, just for this section of the video, if I do get any footage of the chickens using the run between now and getting this video out to you guys, I will add that in right here. Alright folks, it's the next day after finishing the run. Weather's wet, windy, cold. Let's go see how things turned out. This is the extra footage I just mentioned to you guys that I was going to try and include, so I'm braving the weather to come out here and show you guys. But we got this thing done just in time. I added a little safety escape. Alright, locked, pull, unlocked. Alright, so that works. But yeah, so here we are inside the run. I'll get over in the corner so I can turn around and show you guys how it is. Me and the little lady made this walk-up ramp for him. It's really long, so it's a nice gentle slope. It could be shorter, but I like it like this for now. Alright, so the chicken's got a nice dry area to weather the storm. And 5, there's more of them inside the coop. Gonna give the coop a good cleaning. And we got some up on the perch in there. But there we go. All chickens are dry and out of the elements. So there you go. Great success. I think that says it all. So hopefully I captured some video of the chickens in the run here, and hopefully they're enjoying it. Alright, this is all future talk right now. But anyways, that is going to conclude the chicken run, and it'll conclude the chicken run series, I guess, until later in the spring or summer when I come back and revisit the roofing material and put something more durable up there, and progress along to maybe some rainwater catchment and all that stuff, right? There's never ending the progress here that can happen with projects. So, you know, just because it's done for now doesn't mean it's done. Alright, we got some visitors there in the back checking this out. So far so good. So we've already got a bit of footage of the chickens enjoying the run. But yeah, that's going to clue this one up, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Continue to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the videos, interact with them, help boost the views and the promotion. And hopefully someone out there, including yourselves, will benefit from this content that I'm putting together for you guys. And you know, it'll be a double whammy. It's beneficial to me to do all this, but hopefully it's beneficial to you as well to take this in, get that confidence about yourself to do it as well, and start your journey in backyard farming. Alright, so until the next video, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, take care of each other, and peace out.